After the first night, they don't matter. I search for one much better. She emotional like she been battered, but this shit just don't add up. I'm subtracting my feelings when the pills pop. I'm ill cut my phone.
Yo, what's up, fight fans? It's your man 3K the Boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. You know what it is, man. AKA the Boxing Gang Shang Son, man. I'm here to talk to y'all today about Mr. Deontay Wilder, man. Well, okay, let's go straight into this. Let's go straight into this boxing, fan. Mr. Two Hands Up. Ain't gonna waste no time with y'all. Okay, Deontay Wilder, man, he did like a 45 to 50-minute interview with Blue Blood Sports via phone conversation, and they had a conversation about Deontay Wilder's plans, how he felt about, you know, Fury, the top rank signing. How did he feel about, you know, the couple of, you know what I mean, him backing out, him ducking, as he would like to call it. The heavyweight landscape, him being quote unquote blackballed or blacklisted, considering that's what people say, and he said that he was doing the Anthony Joshua himself, man, talking about contracts, how he feels about the boxing game, how he feels about the politics of it, how do he feel about the other promotions, the other networks, and just how he looks at himself in the division, how he feels how other competition divisions shape up against him, talks of legacy, and talks of how he feels as though his status is set next to Tyson Fury's and other heavyweights alike. So let's get right into it, and I'm gonna let y'all know my views, my opinions, and how, you know, how Mr. Two Hands Up really feel about the things he said. Man, well, let's get started off with doing it like this, fam. You know, Blue Blood proceeded to just start off the conversation by asking Deontay Wilder how did he feel about Tyson Fury backing out of the match, and his comments that were made on Instagram or Twitter between Tyson Fury and himself. Well, if you haven't seen the little Twitter scrum or whatever, they little back and forth, which really wasn't too much of a back and forth, because they only said, you know, it was only about 3 to maybe 4 replies from each of the fighters. Well, Tyson Fury basically proceeded to say that Deontay Wilder was useless, you know, that, you know, maybe, you know what I'm saying, told him not to get his panties in a bunch too much, you know, this isn't word for word, and basically was saying that, you know, man, make a little bit more bread, build your profile up, you know, get the U.S. fans to recognize you a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Become a little bit less of an unknown to your fans and more of a known fan, and then maybe we can get it in the ring and we can mix it up and get it on. You know what I'm saying? You know, Deontay Wilder not really liking too much of what he was talking about, and basically proceeded to say back to him, he was like, yo, you basically pulled what I knew you was going to pull, my dude, and, you know, you jumped out of it, you know what I'm saying, scared or whatever, and signed your little contract. You ain't had no interest in fighting me. You ain't had no interest in fighting me the whole time along. You just did, you know what I'm saying, you just used my name for clout. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But I understand, you know what I mean? If I would have hit the canvas like you did and had my brain scrambled, I wouldn't want to get in the ring with me too. Basically calling Tyson Fury scared and saying that he wanted no parts of the rematch to begin with, and he knew that the whole time. Well, Tyson Fury, you know, had a couple other things to say about it. Deontay Wilder pretty much called him outside of his name and said a few more other things, and just let that be what it was, you know. So speaking on these contracts, you know, Blue Blood asked Tyson, Deontay Wilder straight up, you know what I'm saying? He was like, did Top Rank, you know, because Top Rank, if you guys don't know about the Top Rank contract, let me elaborate on that for you a little bit. Bob Arum was on ESPN through via Max Kellerman, and he asked him about the Deontay Wilder rematch, them it not coming to fruition, and what would be taking place between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Bob Arum said, considering that Deontay Wilder has stated that he is a free agent, that he will be sending them a lucrative contract, and that he would it's an offer that he can't refuse. As Bob Arum, the Godfather himself, would like to tell the people, as he told Max Kellerman. He said he told Mr. Deontay Wilder that he had an offer that he can't refuse. So, yeah, that was, my little version of Marlon Brando and one of, America's greatest movies, The Godfather. Alright, so back to business, fam. He basically asked him, told him that he was going to send him the offer. The offer was going to be an extremely good offer, and, he would be anybody would be a fool not to take it. So, when Blue Blood asked Deontay Wilder about this reported offer that he can't refuse, Deontay Wilder proceeded to do what he likes to do best, be a very ignorant and immature child about things pertaining to business, the very amazing business that we as boxing fans love, and the amazing business, but sometimes a little corrupt via Tyson Fury on Tyson Fury's behalf, is Deontay Wilder did say he received an offer, and it was actually a 4-fight offer, which is great. That's a 4-fight offer. It's not locking you guys in. If you only got 4 fights, we all know that you guys got to be in camp every 3 to 4 months and be signed up for an opponent if you're a belt holder, that is. So let's say he would be tied up for it if he wanted to, considering the one thing I can say about Deontay Wilder, he is very active as a fighter. He would be done with that contract within a year. So, and by the time of 2020 rolled around, he would be, just walking off in the sunshine, chilling with his family, counting all of that paper up, and securing that Brinks truck size bag, you feel me? But Deontay Wilder shitted on the offer, said that, considering it was a 4-fight offer, he went on the cry about talking about he doesn't need tune-up matches and how Tyson Fury is scared and he a bitch and all of this other stuff, and that, he should have just went ahead and took the fight. Well, look at it from this perspective, Mr. Deontay Wilder. I hate to burst your very already halfway or even more than 2/3 of a deflated bubble. You have no fight right now. You have idle hands, my friend. You're not doing anything. You have nothing going on. What the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So for him to sit there and shoot down that offer knowing he has nothing else going on, he basically said that, he is Mufasa of this boxing jungle. He's saying he's the king. I wouldn't consider him Mufasa. I would call him Rafiki, but he doesn't have the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? He pretending to be Rafiki in the sense that he thinks he has the knowledge of what he sees in his future, but I don't see anything of any lucrative positioning in his future as we speak, considering that AJ, being the top heavyweight, is already fighting Jarelle Miller, and Tyson Fury is already going to take an intermediate level bout, considering that he's not fighting Deontay Wilder. So what does that say about you? You fucking joke. So you just basically shot down a top rank offer for basically a 4-fight deal, which you're paid to do. I'm not sure if you forgot, this is boxing. This is what you're paid to do. You're paid to fight. And you shot that offer down and you did nothing with it. So, moving on from that, Blue Blood even asked him about the Anthony Joshua situation, and Eddie Hearn speaking with Fight Hype and Nestor Gibbs via the Boxing Voice, stating that he will give you $15 million for a voluntary match with Brazil, Dylan White, or Adam Kalnacki. And what did Deontay Wilder say? Deontay Wilder said that, man, Eddie Hearn and them play 2 games, man. We talking about boxing, man. You playing with my emotions. You playing with my emotions. Now, we in the fight business, man. One thing that I do know is about men man, we don't get all caught up in our emotions, man. You know, there's business and there's personal. And the business that you're in, considering this boxing, that breathes, you know, a lot more air. So you being a lot less personal, a lot more about your business, and you can focus heavily on your ferocity by pointing that attention towards an opponent every 3 to 4 months. So that looms another question that the Godfather must ask you. What the fuck are you doing, my friend? What are you doing? Anyway, I proceed to say that Deontay Wilder basically shot that down. He basically disrespected Eddie Hearn in every way. He basically said that he wouldn't even give the contract a look. He won't even overlook it. So basically, you know what that tells me? You are a fucking duck. You're fucking scared. I told you, I'm going to be on your neck. You're not even going to be at the fight. You're not even going to take the 4-fight offer from Top Rank. You're not going to take the freaking 3-fight offer from getting $15 million for fighting Dan Brazil or Dillian White or Adam Kalinowski, which if you fought Adam Kalinowski on Premier Boxing Champions, you would not even get freaking $3 million. If you fought Dominic Brazil, yeah, he's a B-class fighter. Yeah, he only has 1 loss due to Anthony Joshua, even though Anthony Joshua beat the goddamn silly putty out of this freaking fool. And number 3, the third opposition, Dillian White, he has the bigger profile. You can fight him in England. Yeah, you can make probably I'd say $8 million, and Dylan makes probably somewhere around 6. These are not factual boxing numbers, fans. These are just my estimations of just using, and this is my hypothesis on how I feel as though it would go. But you have the opportunity to sign a promotion with Top Rank, and I'm sure Bob Arum being with ESPN and it being almost a 4,962,000 subscriber community on YouTube and the biggest sports platform in the freaking world, I know that offer was somewhere in that vicinity or better. And you're not even going to take the offer from DAZN, which is the biggest sports platform with the best boxers, all of the best marquee boxers, considering now that they signed Triple G, so they have all of the best marquee boxers in the world other than Tyson Fury, and he's with ESPN. So what are you doing? You're not taking the money. You're saying your team has everything in order for what you need to do. I don't know. What, you about to sign up and do exhibition bouts for fucking $10 million with fucking Jake or Logan Paul or something? Because that's the only thing I see happening for you. Because you're not taking matches. You're not taking your career seriously. You're sitting there. You must be listening. I can't even blame it on your advisors or your management fault no more. This has got to be you. You're being a fucking idiot. And when the fuck has it been cool to step over dollars and pick up pennies? I'm sick of this bullshit with you, man. You're playing around. So you mean to tell me you can't put your own feelings to the side when basically this is under sanctioned bodies, and you will be dealing with all of the sanctioned bodies, considering it will be a unification bout of the biggest magnitude if you fought Joshua. So you mean to tell me not fighting on DAZN, taking $15 million to fight Brazil, and you could pick the easy fight? And I'm sure you would think the easy fight would be Adam Kalinowski, but I really think that boy is going to beat you. So go ahead and take less money and not fight and take the DAZN contract for only 3 goddamn fights with a both-way rematch clause against Anthony Joshua being backed in that contract. Or go ahead and not take that Top Rank contract where you can have the same type of luxuries and probably a both-way rematch clause as well, and fight on the PBC and fight Kalinowski in Brazil, because I got a feeling one of those guys are going to beat you. And if you fight one of those two, it says a lot about your character already, as does the other 38 freaking fights you fought before you took the fights that you're fighting now. To be perfectly honest, if you want me to be honest, 39 fights. So what? Like, come on, man. This shit is pissing me off. And I'm trying to be a little bit more professional about how I kick my shit, but I'm always going to be me when I talk my shit. This Mr. 2 Hands Up, you know what it is, so I ain't going to do no faking for nobody, man. This is me. This is me talking here. So therefore, man, I see a bunch of bullshit going on with you, man, and you playing around with people, and the immaturity just shows, man. You're being a very immature individual. Your team is being very lackadaisical because they don't believe in your skill set, and you know that you're not that good because I truly think that you're scared of Joshua. You're talking about everybody knows what you want, and then even Blue Blood said and let you know verbatim what came out of Eddie Hearn's mouth, that they willing to come in your backyard, and you're not even willing to do so, bro. So that says a lot about you. You even just fanned that off and said you don't want to believe anything anybody has to say. Over 50-50? Are you talking about 10%? You mean to tell me you're not going to fight him over 10% and you haven't even made that much money in a lifetime, man? So, man, you got to stop this madness, man. When you think about $15 million for a fight of 3 potential opponents or anyone else that you can choose. So you can fight any bum that you choose. Dillian Whyte's not a bum. Cal Naki's not a bum. He's a very good prospect. People are sleeping on him because of probably his build. But I truly think that he'll beat Deontay Wilder before Dominic Brazil does. So I hope he picks Adam Kownacki. And Dillian Whyte, I know he's going to duck him because, as we already know, thanks to Akin Barak putting the cell phone on, you know what I'm saying, the screen for us and letting us see that you said you would freeze him out for 2 years. So it just shows what type of coward that you are. I'm tired of this guy being an American, me being from America and being proud of the country that I'm from. As you can see, I got the manly flag to my back. You know what I'm saying? 3K the boss, 301. I'll never front on, you know what I'm saying, where I'm from. But I'm ashamed that you're my American champion and my American people's champion. That's why I always felt like America and the UK was one, you feel me? That's why I don't have a problem repping for Anthony Joshua and go on as hard for him the way I do, man, because he's the first fight I've seen that's come from, you know, stateside, you know what I'm saying, via the UK, you know what I mean, and put on for us in boxing the way he does with the excitement and the numbers and the attention that the sport is giving, man. So Deontay Wilder, man, stop being scared. You a duck. I'm on your neck from here on out, and now I got to give you that venom. So from now on, when y'all see a Deontay Wilder, you know, title in any of the YouTube videos I do, you already know Mr. Two Hands Up gonna talk spicy about him. I'm coming for you. As always, man, this your man 3K the boss, delivering the yous, man, keeping my honor intact, man. You know what I'm saying? This is Mr. Two Hands Up. You know what it is. As always, man, stay humble. Always keep it 100 and be true to you, man. And what do we say when we close this joint out every time? It costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. Respect, though.